Hello and welcome to the Language Diaries. This is episode number 32 and I'm your host Kunal. Today we are going to talk about who tends to have the most success when learning a second language. As I've said before, learning a second language is difficult but completely possible. It's even possible to learn a second language if you're in your home country. So the question now is, who has the greatest chance of learning a second language? Now, when you first think of it, you might be tempted to say someone who moves to the country where the language is spoken, because when you do that, you're naturally surrounded by people who speak the language, and this really increases your chances of acquiring this second language. It may be your third or fourth, whatever, but we're talking about learning a language as an adult, right? The reason this thought process is not exactly accurate is there are a huge number of people who move to another country and yet do not manage to learn the language over there. A good example would be a large part of the Asian community or a large part of the Latino community in the United States that still doesn't speak English quite well. So there you have an example of someone who lives in the country where the language is spoken and yet has not acquired it. Can we say someone who is extremely keen and enthusiastic to learn a second language will learn it? Well, a lot of beginners are enthusiastic. Very soon they give up and their enthusiasm fades. So what exactly goes into making a successful language learner? I'll let that sink in for a while. Ever heard the saying, necessity is the mother of invention? The person most likely to succeed at learning a foreign language is someone who needs to learn this language. Now, this can be someone who requires the language and requires the knowledge of the language as part of his or her life. And the best predictor of success is whether or not his or her job depends on acquiring this language. Let's say you're a missionary who needs to travel to a foreign country and learn the language there in order to translate the Bible. That's when you're going to have the highest level of interest in acquiring this language, because you want your religious scriptures translated into this language so that it can be spread in whichever part you're moving to, right? Let's say your job was that of an interpreter or a translator. Well, your livelihood depends on this. So you are going to have very high levels of motivation when you're trying to acquire your second language. Who are the people who really give up? The people who really give up are those who don't actually have the necessity to learn this language. So someone who's just learning a language because it's his or her passion, or probably has a hobby to learn this language, doesn't stand much to lose when he or she gives up, because his or her livelihood doesn't depend on learning this language. So what really separates the successful people from the unsuccessful people is the need to acquire this language. The people who have the greatest need to acquire this language are the people who have the greatest levels of motivation and are most likely to succeed in this endeavor. So keep that in mind now that you're learning your second language. Are you learning it out of a necessity, or are you just learning it as a hobby? Now, this is not to say that people who learn it as a hobby do not manage to acquire it. They do. There are a lot of people who are just passionate about learning a language or a culture and hence immerse themselves in this and try to acquire a second language, and they are successful. But the majority of cases of success come from people who actually need to acquire the language. So if you want to have success with acquiring your second language, see how you can integrate this language as a need into your life. See how this language can become indispensable to you. See how this language can become extremely important to your day-to-day activities. Once you figure that out, chances of quitting are very low, because then quitting is not an option. So I hope you figure out a way to integrate the language into your life such that quitting is not an option, and then most likely you will succeed at acquiring this language. Well, that's all the advice I have for you in today's podcast. I'll see you in the next podcast.